what's going on? Mitchell Renz, Tom Downey here. You're watching NFL Daily by Chat Sports, and we have a ton of NFL news and rumors to cover. And if this is the first time you're watching, why don't you click that subscribe button? Tom, my man, the New York Jets, they might be blowing it up. All sorts of things happening here around Le'Veon Bell, Jamal Adams. But we'll get to Jamal Adams here in a little bit. So Le'Veon Bell trade, there's a lot of rumors.
These are not new rumors either. I mean, we heard this at the trade deadline that the Jets were drawing interest in or were shopping Lev Bell, depending on which source you really wanted to believe on that one. It's pretty clear to me, Adam Gase does not like Lev Bell. Adam Gase doesn't like superstar players, by the way, that aren't named Peyton Manning. There's an issue here within the Jets and with Lev Bell. I think Gase didn't want to pay Lev Bell all that money.
Which was reported.
I don't really think Joe Douglas, the GM, likes paying Lev Bell all that money. Here's the problem. You can't cut him. His cap hit, his dead money hits too high.
Absolutely.
And his cap hit doesn't really drop with a trade. So if you're an opposing team, why would you want to take on $13+ million for Lev Bell?
I'm almost starting to wonder if the NFL in general is going to start taking teams and looking at maybe a contract like Zeke, a contract like Todd Gurley.
Oh, don't pay running backs?
A contract like David Johnson.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm starting to think that the NFL is not going to pay running backs. And I mean,
don't do it.
Considering the fact that Le'Veon Bell, well, Tom, it's been a little bit disappointing. I shouldn't even say a little bit. He's been very disappointing. I mean, look at these per-game stats from what he's done this season to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, sure, some of you are going to be yelling at us. I 100% agree that the Pittsburgh Steelers, they were a better offensive team. You're 100% right. But still,
and
when you're paying
line was better.
Much better.
So maybe you shouldn't pay running backs.
Much better. But I also thought like the offensive line fit maybe, I don't know, Le'Veon Bell's system a little bit. But when
line was better.
Oh, sure. But when you're paying somebody $35 million guaranteed,
you expect him to be able to perform despite the other offensive issues.
So do you guys think Le'Veon Bell has been overrated, or is he overrated or underrated? I want everyone who's watching us right now to type O for overrated, or I want you to type U for underrated. However, Tom, we're not done talking about Le'Veon Bell. I tell you what, man, we've done a lot of stories here on Chat Sports. This might be one of my favorites. The flu game.
What's better, Lev Bell bowling the night before a game he's not playing, or spending an entire season on jet skis in South Beach? I think it's the bowling one. Because this one's just funny to me. Look, Lev Bell tried to practice on Wednesday. He had the flu. He says he lost like 8 to 9 pounds in this process. So the Jets say, no, you're not going to play. You're not ready, because they're secretly thinking, and they still find a way to beat the Dolphins anyway. Bell does not think it's a big deal.
Correct.
Le'Veon Bell also can't read the room very well. This is a bad look for your star running back who is too sick to play, being out bowling the night before.
So apparently, this is the quote from Le'Veon Bell on trying to play in Week 14. Try to talk my way into it. Didn't work. They said I had lost 8 to 9 pounds. I wasn't eating. They weren't sure about my energy, my hydration, and things like that. So they held me out of the game. But, okay, this is a Bell on going bowling. But they did advise me to get out of the house and move a little bit. I had a lot of family and friends there because they were expecting me to play. I felt better, so we went out bowling and had fun. And you mentioned about reading the room. Yeah. I'll let you take this one.
The bigger surprise of the whole thing, Lev Bell says, I rolled 251 off the flu. That's the bigger surprise. Career high.
What is your career high in a bowling game? Everyone throw it in the comments section below. Tom,
Welcome to New York media, by the way. How do you find this out, for starters?
Oh, my gosh.
It's all... Also... Who cares?
I bet you it was social media. Somebody threw it in there.
My initial thought was going to be, wow, so Lev Bell was out drinking that night because who goes bowling sober? My answer, people who bowl 250 go bowling sober.
I don't know. I bowled a 251 on Wii.
That's not the same.
I actually don't even know if I could bowl a 200 with the bumper cup.
I don't think you could.
It's
actually a really good score. So
I'm pretty confident.
It's all very crazy.
So we do a lot of NFL news and rumors here on Chat Sports. And heck, we talked about Le'Veon Bell. Where is he going to play in 2019? And we actually had the Jets on our list. But now we're talking about it again here. On the list. Yeah, well, we're talking about it here again. Does that surprise anyone?
I don't know.
Where's Le'Veon going to play in 2020? If you want to shout out like Winston Shan, he says the New York Jets. For me, I actually don't think he's going to be a New York Jet next year. I think something's going to change.
I think he will be a Jet because the money works out that way.
Oh.
Also, shout out James Joseph, who says, bowling I do sober, golf I drink. James, are you a better bowler than you are a golfer? I'm a better golfer, so I typically sober when I go.
I'm a better drinker.
Because I'm good.
I'm a better drinker. Also, Johnny Lopez is going to go with the Patriots. We're not going to.
Bucks one's intriguing there, Miguel. I kind of like that one. The Bucks. Money's a bit of an issue there, but
okay. The Bucks were also on our list for Le'Veon Bell. Let's talk about his teammate, Jamal Adams. So, this one is again from SNY that the Jets could explore trading Jamal Adams.
This also is not really new because Jamal Adams was clearly shopped at the deadline. Now,
and clearly upset about it.
Which I don't blame him. I think what happened was the Jets were like, hey, we're not going to trade you. And I think they left out the part, but we'll listen to all trade calls. Because that's what GMs do. If someone calls you about a trade, you listen. The problem was you let it get out. And you let it get out not just to Jets media, but to NFL media, Cowboys media. That's bad. Adams not happy. He's played great this year.
He's played great in the first 2 years in the NFL.
Not only is he their best secondary player, he's their best pass rusher. That's not good. He's got 6.5 sacks.
He's their best player, period.
Absolutely. So talented. The issues for Adams, the way I look at this here long term, is that the Jets can make this go away real quick. Adams can be eligible for a contract extension.
Yep.
So what you do is you sit down and you go, hey, Jamal, here's all the money. We love you. Forgive us. Kind of like when the rich guy cheats on his wife and buys him a big old diamond, or buys her a big old diamond.
Now I see what you
do
with your wife.
No, I didn't have to do that because I'm not rich. It makes it all go away. So if you're the Jets, you can nip this in the bud real fast, as best as you possibly can, by paying Jamal Adams. If they don't do that as soon as they can, we're getting closer and closer to that time frame, the rumors will heat back up, and as Fins Up says, Cowboys do make quite a bit of sense here.
And that's exactly why we're going to ask everyone who's watching us right now on YouTube and on Facebook, where will Jamal Adams play in 2020? Tom, I know what you want to say, so I'm not even going to, Tom's not even here. I want you to type J for Jets, type C for Cowboys, or type O for other. So for everyone who's watching us, if you want a shout out, somebody's Fins Up's going Cowboys. Bosco Gamer says Jets. Noah Stanley, one of our most loyal watchers, says the Jets. I'm seeing some 49ers in there. All right, so type your O for other.
I kind of like that one, actually.
That would be interesting. I mean, they already have an absolute dominant defense, I'll be honest.
I don't know what you do with Tart there. He's making him a full-time linebacker, but that's fun.
Depending on the health of Jonathan Abram, maybe Jamal Adams, Jonathan Abram, that'd be one fun duo. So type J for Jets, type C for Cowboys, or type your O for other. Where will Jamal Adams play in 2020? You know where I'm going to be playing all season long for betting? Bet the Aside, the internet's #1 sports book. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NFL120 for 120% deposit bonus. And Tom, we always tell people 120 is the best deal out there. That's a fact.
Yes.
But right now is the time to get started because the holidays right around the corner. They put some extra money in your pocket, put some extra money on your account. I got 25.
Me, yeah.
I feel like they give you more. He's better at betting than I am.
Yeah, because they know that I'm going to bet more. And then they're hoping, if we give him more money, he'll lose the money again.
Well, luckily for us here, we're halfway decent at what we do. But go to Bet the SI, chatsports.com/bet. Okay. Troy Aikman versus Jerry Jones, Tom. Aikman has called Jerry stubborn. He's expressed interest in being a general manager.
It's an interesting situation because Aikman is at the same time aware, and I wonder if a little bit, maybe disappointed is the right word. He sees what John Elway gets to do, right? He gets to run the Broncos organization. He knows that is not available with the Cowboys. Like, yeah, the Elway's had to answer to ownership, but ownership loves him. Aikman doesn't get to have that chance with the Cowboys. And he's asked, hey, could you maybe be Cowboys GM one day? Aikman's not naive. He goes, I doubt it. I think that's a real long shot. I believe it's unlikely Jerry will ever bring in somebody that can help this football team in that regard because he's been stubborn and steadfast and that he's the one in charge. I don't think he means that Jerry Jones wouldn't hire help because he's done it with guys like Will McClay before. But Jerry is the decider. That's what Jerry Jones is. Now, in reality, when you look behind the curtain, if you want to go with the Wizard of Oz analogy here, yes, Jerry is the one in charge, but Stephen Jones and your de facto GM Will McClay, the VP of Player Personnel, heavily involved in the draft and a deep scouting department, those guys have a lot of input there. I like the idea of Aikman coming in and having some input, having a role within the organization, but does Aikman want to come in and be a non-GM? Does he want to be a subordinate and not the boss? I don't really know if he does. And if the Cowboys were horrible and they couldn't draft, which of course they've missed, but they've had a good draft overall under Will McClay, I don't know if it makes sense timing-wise for Aikman to come in. Maybe a different organization. I see Winston there asking about the Cardinals. I'm kind of intrigued by that. Cowboys fans might get triggered seeing Aikman do it for a different team, but I think that might make some sense.
So Troy Aikman's talking a lot about being a GM. Well, you know what we always say, Tom? But sometimes you just got to step up if you're going to talk the talk. Sometimes you got to walk the walk. So Troy Aikman
never said that.
No?
No, we have not said that at any point to each other.
Oh, not to you, but there's that saying. If you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk.
People say it. We don't say it.
Oh, my goodness. Troy Aikman as the Cowboys GM. Type Y for yes. Type N for no, as I get denied. You know what? Don't subscribe to Tom's Cowboys channel at youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. It's not the number one most watched Cowboys channel, and it's not good at all. Don't subscribe to it.
I say no because this is not a rebuilding Cowboys team. They're poorly coached, I think very clearly, but there certainly is talent on this roster. You were a playoff team last year. You're still in the mix, technically speaking. If you were trying to blow it up and you're looking for a reset, I would call Aikman. Because he has no experience, though, I don't want him coming in for a new op to have to learn on the job.
Okay.
I don't think that's a great idea, so I say no.
How about my question here?
But front office, yes.
Who would you rather have as the Cowboys GM, Troy Aikman or Tony Romo? Actually.
I would probably go Aikman.
Okay, that's surprising.
But you know who Jerry would pick, right? Jerry would pick Romo in a heartbeat. Wouldn't even be close there. It would definitely be Tony Romo. He loves Romo like an extra son. It's
Troy
insane.
Aikman as Cowboys GM, type Y for yes or type N for no.